Hello students. So students, in the previous class we had completed the chapter, and that is the microorganism, and in that chapter student we have discussed all the things which is related to that of the microorganism, including that what do we understand by microorganism. Then we have understood that what is the instrument that we use to see that of the microorganism. So it is the microscope that we use. Then we have seen that what is the branch in which we study about that of microorganisms. So it is that of the microbiology, in which we talked about that of the microorganisms. Then we have seen that what are the different types of a microorganism. So basically it is divided into 5, including algae is there, protozoa is there, fungi is there, virus is there, bacteria is there. All these things are what? These are the different types of the microorganism which is classified into 5. Then we have seen here students, sorry, then we have seen means how they are useful or they are harmful. Okay, so we see that what are the useful microorganism and how they can help us, means how they are, we can say how we can say that they are useful. So you know that they are used in the food preparation, they are used in the medicine, they are used for making that of the antibiotics or that of the vaccination. So all these things are what? These are the, even in the agriculture also you see students, the microorganism is used and they are considered to be the useful microorganism. Now there are microorganisms which we call as what? As a harmful microorganism. It means if they will present, they will cause disease to us. Okay, and that disease means this microorganism, they not only going to harm to that of the human being, but also to the other animals. But the disease vary, the kind of a disease varies, as well as it will harm to that of the plants also. So there are microorganisms which causes disease to all the other living organisms. In this sequence only student, we have studied about that of the food poisoning. What is the cause of food poisoning, and what are the different methods, the different common methods that we can use to preserve the food. Okay, so we have seen that by using dehydration or by using that of the refrigeration, means by cooling it, then by boiling it, by using salt or vinegar or sugar in it. So as well as the pasteurization is a very important one, which is given by Louis Pasteur. So by using all these different methods, we are able to preserve the food. So this was all about in that of the microorganism. Now today we will start with a new chapter, and that is known as the synthetic fiber and plastic, which is chapter 3. So fibers, basically this term fiber, how does it came students? So you see that we used to if we used to cover our body by wearing clothes, right? And clothes are the very essential part of our life, and it is very important part, you can say. So we can say that the cloth is it is made up of something, and it is made up of a very fine thread, and that is known as the fibers. So it is the it is the fiber only which used to join together, make yarn, and then the fabric is formed. So we already had studied about this in class 6 also, that what is a fiber and what is a yarn, and how these all help in making the fabric. Okay, now let us see. Okay, so let us see that how this synthetic fiber is made up of, what is the different types of the fibers, as well as at last we will discuss about the plastic also. So let me write in the first one, that is clothes. Okay, so clothes are basically, clothes are made of clothes are made up of fabrics. Okay, they are made up of different fabrics. Okay, so clothes are made up of different fabrics. Now these different fabrics is again made up of a very fine thread like a structure, fine thread like a strand, and that is known as the fibers. Okay. Now fabrics are made up of different types of fibers. So fabric is made up of different types of fiber. Okay, now what is a fiber? Fiber is a long thread. Okay, it is a long thread or filament, we can say, through which textile or cloth is made up of. Now you see here, students, we have seen here three things. The first thing is about the clothes. So clothes are made up of different types of fabric. Cotton fabric is there, woolen fabric is there, nylon is there, okay, rayon is there. So this is what, these are the different kind of fabrics and from which the clothes are made up of. If somebody asks to you that what kind of means cloth it is, you will say that okay, it is shawl. And what kind of a fabric it is, you will say yes, it is made up of a wool. Okay, so fabrics are made up of a different kind of a clothes are made up of a different kind of a fabrics. Now these fabrics are actually made up of different types of fibers. Now what is a fiber? Fiber is a you can say is a single strand, or it's a very fine thread which used to overlap with each other, which are made to make yarn, and finally there is a formation of that of the fabric. So first of all, a fine thread like a structure, that is fiber, is there, which is twisted together to form yarn, and then there is a formation of a fabric. So this is the whole process that we are already knowing about it. Now here the questions that is important for us to know that okay, we are talking about the fibers. So what are the different kind of that of the fiber? Okay, so fibers basically, it means if you are talking about the different types of a fiber, so here actually we are discussing that from where this fiber is obtained. So on that basis, we can say that fibers are basically of two types. First one is the natural fiber, and the second one is the synthetic fiber. So we can write it, fibers are of two types. The first one is the natural, and then synthetic fiber. Okay, natural and synthetic fiber. Okay, natural fiber and that of the synthetic fiber. So now you see, students, if we talk about that of the natural, so by the name itself it is explaining that it is a fiber which is obtained from that of the nature, Obtained from the nature, it means which one is obtained from that of the, either with that of the plant or with that of the animals. So we can write it. Natural fiber, first one. Natural fibers. Okay. So these fibers are obtained from plants and animals. Plants and animals. Okay, these are obtained from plants and animals. Example: cotton, wool is there, silk, okay, then jute. So you see student, these all we obtain from that, either through that of the plant or through that of the animals. So you see, cotton is obtained from cotton plant, jute is obtained from jute plant, while that of the wool and the silk, it is obtained from that of the animals. Okay, so we can say that these are the fibers, these are the natural fibers which we obtain from that of the plants, or we will obtain it from the animals. Such kind of a fiber is known as the natural fiber. Okay, the name itself explaining about it. Now the next one is that of the synthetic fiber. So what do we understand by the synthetic one, student? It means, we can also say it is a kind of a artificial. Artificial, it means what? Which is not obtained from nature, but actually it is prepared by the man itself. It means we can say it is obtained through the chemicals. Okay, so we can write it. Synthetic fibers. Synthetic fibers. Now we can write about the synthetic fiber. These are man-made fibers. These are man-made fibers produced from chemical substances. Okay, which is produced from chemical substances. They are known as the synthetic fibers. Now, example are students. So example are nylon is there, then rayon is there, then polyester is there. Polyester is there. Polyester is there. So these are what? These are the few examples of that of the synthetic fiber. Synthetic fiber means, students, the fiber which is obtained by man-made, which is prepared by man-made with the help of the chemical substances. So these are the two different types of the fiber. First is the natural fiber, the second one is that of the synthetic fiber. Okay, now these all fibers, they used to combine together, and we can say actually that they are made up of a special kind of a molecule, and that is known as polymer. Okay, so these all fibers are made up of a special kind of a molecule that is called as a polymer. So let us write about the polymer. Polymer. Polymer, students. So basically what is polymer? So the name itself explains, poly means many, and mer, it is actually the, it is talking about the merging. So I'll tell you about that. Merging, it means one is combining with that of the other. Okay, so basically what happened, that a polymer is a large molecule in which a lot of different molecules, they combine together, and this, the smallest unit if we talk about this combination is. Now you see here student, if we talk about the polymer, I'll explain you with the help of a very simple example. So you see, a woman is there who is wearing a necklace, and that necklace is actually made up of, means it consisting of the beads. So beads, a necklace consisting of a bead she is wearing. So what you will find that here one bead is there, then the other one is there, the other one is there, and finally all of them, they get arranged in a thread, and finally there is a formation of a necklace. It means a lot of beads, they combine together or they come close to each other to form a necklace. The same thing happened with that of the polymer. So a single molecules, then the other, then the other, then the other. So all the different, all the same type of molecules, when they combine together, then there will be the formation of a polymer. You will understand this concept when you will be, okay. So we can write the definition of that of the polymer, that small molecules of a substance brought together of a substance, they are brought together to form a large molecule. Okay, to form a large molecules. Okay, so this was about that of the polymer, students. So small molecules, when they come close to each other, when they are brought close, and thus they form a large molecule, this is what we call as a polymer. Okay, so we can also write that polymer is the large molecule which is made up of the smaller molecule, and these smaller molecules is also having a name, and that is known as monomer. Let me tell you about it. So small molecules of a substances, when they brought together to form a large molecule, that large molecule is a polymer. So that large molecule is named as polymer. Okay, so this large molecule is known as the polymer. Now you see, we can say one another term is there, and that is monomer. So what is the monomer? The small molecules through which the polymer is made up of. Okay, through which the polymer is made up of. Okay, so we can say here one thing, students, and that is when these small molecules, they combine together, they form a large molecule. Now this small molecules is known as monomer, and the monomers they combine together to form a large molecule, that is known as polymer. So monomer, they combine together to form the polymer. You can understand here, mono means one, single, poly means many. Okay, so mono means single and poly means many. So we can say that this single, when they combine with the many single molecule, so ultimately there will be a formation of a many molecule, and that is known as the polymer. So the smaller molecule, that is monomer, they combine together, they come close to each other to form a large molecule, that is known as the polymer. So monomers, they combine together to form the polymer. Now the process in which these monomers coming close together and form a polymer. That process is known as a polymerization. Okay, so monomer combine to form polymer, and the process in which the monomer, the combination occur between that of the different monomer to form a large molecule, that is known as a polymerization. So we can also write the definition of the polymerization, student, and that is polymerization means the process in which the smaller molecules they combine to form the large molecule. Polymer is the result of polymerization. Okay, so we can write that of the polymerization. Polymerization, students. So what is the polymerization? It is the process of combining smaller monomer. The process of combining small monomers to form polymer. Polymers is called polymerization. Okay, that is called as the polymerization. Okay, this is called as the polymerization. Now, if we talk any example, students, so different polymers are of a different fiber. If we talk about the cotton fiber, okay, so this is a kind of a fiber. So here actually it is made up of a different kind of a monomer. If you talk about the cotton, so cotton is obtained from the plant, student. So basically it is made up of a cellulose, and the monomer of this is a glucose molecule. Okay, so we can write it. Cotton fiber is made of cellulose molecules. Okay, it is made of a cellulose molecule, and this which is formed of a long chain of glucose molecules. Okay, so we can say that a cotton is an we had given an example here that glucose molecule is what here, student? It is the monomers. Okay, and these monomers, these glucose molecules, when they combine together, they form a polymer, and this polymer help in the formation of the cotton fiber. So we can say that the process of which this monomer combine to form this polymer, that is known as polymerization. Okay, now let us see some of the common synthetic fiber in which there is a monomer, in which there is the polymerization occur. Although the polymerization topic is given in a very broad way, we can say that it is explained in that of the higher classes. But you should know the concept that what is the meaning of the monomer and what is the meaning of the polymer. Now let us see some of the synthetic fiber as well as their uses. Okay, the properties and uses of the synthetic fiber. The common synthetic fibers. Common synthetic fibers. So there are a lot synthetic fibers, so students. They all are of different properties. They are having different uses also. So the different kind of a synthetic fiber, these are rayon is there, nylon is there, polyester is there, and these are the different kind of synthetic fiber that we have to study in class 8th. Okay, although there are a lot, but we have to study only 3 here. Okay, now see. All the students, we can say that acrylic, terylene, terracotta, these all are the examples of that of the artificial or the synthetic fibers. Okay. So let us start with the first one, and the first one is the rayon. So this one is actually produced from that of the wood pulp. Okay, so it is obtained from that of the wood pulp, and then it is chemically treated. This wood pulp is undergoes the chemical treatment, and then finally the formation of a rayon occur. So we can write it. It is produced from wood pulp. Okay, it is produced from wood pulp, and it is a synthetic fiber, which is obtained from the plants, that is the cellulose, and then it is prepared artificially. It means it undergoes to the chemical treatment. Okay, so we can write it, that is synthetic fiber. It is a synthetic fiber which is obtained by a naturally occurring cellulose. Naturally occurring cellulose. Okay, then it is prepared by chemical treatment of the wood pulp. Okay, then it undergoes the chemical treatment, and due to which we can say that this wood pulp is now it's a synthetic fiber which we can use it in the form of a rayon. Okay, when you look at it, that of this rayon, you will find it will give a kind of a silkiness, silk texture. Okay, and since this silk is actually made up of with the help of the chemicals, so we can say it is an artificial silk. So rayon is also known as the artificial silk. Okay, so we can write it. It has a silky texture. It is having the silky texture, and thus it is known as artificial silk. Okay, it is known as the artificial silk. Okay, so having the silky texture, it make it to we can write it that known as that artificial silk here. Okay, now let us see that what are some of the different properties of the rayon. So we can write it, properties of rye. So if we talk about the properties here, students, so first is that it is very soft, shiny. Because of that only we will say that it is having the silky texture. So okay, so it is soft, it is shiny. Okay.